Hey there, welcome back, or if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Katie and this is Louisiana Cooking and Living. And today we are going to be checking out the garden and everything that has been growing since we started our seeds together. But first, we are gonna check out these girls. They love to get their little snacks and treats, and sometimes when I'm out in the garden, I will actually let them out to snack on all the clover that's out here. I let it grow. I love that the blanket it kind of makes in the garden. Um, Great for the pollinators with all the flowers, and the girls certainly love to snack on it. So let's let them out real quick, and then we'll get started looking at the garden. So a couple of weeks ago, we had an issue where we had some hawks coming and attacking the girls. Um, we lost one a day for 3 days in a row until my husband can get, I don't know if you can really see it, this netting. So we have bird netting that totally covers all of their area, and we haven't had any issues since then. So we have some bird netting, it goes from that fence over the coop and then over to his shop. So they are protected now. But because we lost those 3 chickens, we had some chicken math where we went and got 14 new chickens. And I'll insert a little bit of footage about that real quick. We got 4 that will be meat birds. We wanted to give our hand at that. And then the rest are just for more egg layers. So we'll start here, and actually I'll show you this real quick. We have this dog kennel. We'll bring them out here and let them have some time out here in the sun and getting used to being outside. So in this first bed here, we started all these seeds together. We have some beefsteak tomatoes here on this first side and Creole tomatoes on the back. And then over here we have some Roma tomatoes. We have tomatoes in quite a few sections of the bed. Here we have a bunch of tomatillos, 8 tomatillos planted. Right here in the foreground is some nasturtiums. And if you can see here, it's super windy today. Along the middle here, I don't know if you can see them, we have some sunflowers planted, so they'll grow up tall in the middle of all of this. It's a beautiful wind chime my daughter gave me for Christmas. So I have these 2 arches. There's one here, and then there's one directly across my hummingbird feeder. So in this bed, I have some watermelons planted on this side. I had bought back in the fall some mesh bags to hold my pumpkins up on the arch. Worked wonderfully, so I have planted watermelon along here. And on this side, I have potatoes planted in 2 different areas. This is some potatoes I had extra, so I just threw them in this bed, and they're growing like crazy. And then on the other side of this arch, we have one little, I'm really good about labels this time. Let's look and see what our label says under here. A white zucchini. So Becky at Acre Homestead said that these white zucchini are very prolific. So I got some of those, and we have several of these planted. These watermelon are not growing so well. I grew these last year, and this is the only thing that gave me fruit last year, so I'm not sure what the deal is this year. On the other side of the arch, I have cantaloupe here planted, and so as these grow up, if they produce fruit, I'll have these bags that I can suspend them in on the arch. These girls love following me around, eating all the clovers. Sometimes we have to shoot them out of the garden beds also. See? Come on. Come on. All right. So here we go. Another zucchini here. And this is all garlic I planted in the fall. I planted, I think it was 65 garlic cloves in the fall. And they didn't all quite come up. This last corner over here where I planted the zucchini, they didn't really come up so well. So that's why I planted the zucchini in that little hole there. And I've been trimming the tops to make sure that they put a lot of energy down to the bulbs. Have some weeds in here. I don't know why this one bed seems to have a lot of weeds. Last summer it had a lot of weeds in this one bed also. So back here, I have onion starts that I planted in the fall. I ordered these from Haas Tools. They had 3 different varieties of onions, and I ended up having a lot more onions. This was like all extra that I just planted because I didn't want to lose them. And along here we have some Creole tomatoes, looking at my little label here on the end. So we have some Creole tomato plants and then some romaine right along this edge. And then we had some friends that talked about planting in straw bales. Had to turn around, look at the girls, make sure they weren't eating my plants. So we got these straw bales, and we did put 1 watermelon here to see how that worked. And then along this back, we have tomato plants, and we'll just kind of give that another try, or a different try, a little experiment to see how that works. They're growing pretty good so far. Along this back bed here, we have some kale planted along the edge here. And then if I'm looking at my label, these are more Creole tomatoes. Oops. And then we did some zucchinis across the front here. And then I had a volunteer sunflower come up because I had my sunflowers planted in this bed last summer. Just kind of spinning around here. My flowers already growing. So excited. I got my plants in the ground early this year, just hoping and keeping my fingers crossed that everything would grow well. So this is my spicy tomato, or tomato, pepper bed. On the end here we have some serranos. Got my little sign. Got serranos. These right here are Sugar Rush peach peppers. Then I have 2 different varieties of jalapenos. This is one variety here, and then another variety right here. And then I have some cayenne peppers. I've never grown the cayennes. And I have 2 different varieties of the cayenne peppers just to see which ones work better. It looks like these Baker Creek ones are growing a little bit better than the Dollar Tree ones. And then over here is not so spicy. I have some plebanos here that are growing really well. I just got my bell peppers. I had to restart them. They didn't germinate at all the first set I did. So these are my bell peppers here. And then my herbs. I have some garlic chives, parsley, basil. And then I put a little pot with dill here at the front. And then yesterday I picked up at the store because my thyme and my oregano didn't germinate well. So I bought some yesterday. I need to get those out here. So here is my other onion bed. And I was so excited yesterday when I was out here weeding. If you can see, they're starting to poke up out of the ground. And I did pull one. I'll insert that picture right here. Not quite big enough yet, but I was super excited. And these are a red variety. I'm not sure if you can see. These are red ones on this end. These are yellow ones on this end. And this is actually another variety. The onions came with 3 varieties. Oops. Onions came with 3 varieties, and these aren't doing so well. And these are, see, I got my little sun. This, I don't know what that's, Sapello. So on this arch, we're growing cucumbers, and these are doing really good. We have all kinds of little blooms under here, and some of them have little tiny cucumbers on them. And these snapdragons came back from last year. I had no idea. They didn't even grow or bloom last year, and here we are with some beautiful snapdragons. Again, more onions. Let's see if we can see these cucumbers from this angle. Yep, there's a little tiny one. Let's see, where's it at? There it is. So over here we have another squash or zucchini. I'm not sure which one this one is. I saw this technique where you trim the bottom leaves, put a pole here, and then tie it up to the pole so it grows vertically, and that tries to reduce the vine borers. So we're going to give that a try this year. And right here we have pinto beans to grow up on the arch. They'll grow up. Again, this is a yellow squash here. You can see my squash down in there. Some pretty good looking ones there. On this side is some purple hull peas. I ran out of seeds, and I meant to buy more to put on the other side to grow in the bed with the pinto beans. But I forgot and did not get that done. And I just saw the girls over there. I think they must have been eating some kale. But see, they're following me around. It's so sweet. All right, so the other potato experiment is we have them in the grow bags over here. I'm not sure why, but 2 bags are doing really well, and then 2 of them are not doing so well. So the in-ground, or not, I mean, they're above ground beds, but those have done the best. So like they're following me. So just kind of give you a big look here. So last year we just had these ones along this side and then the ones along this side, along with the grow bags. So this year we added these 2 in the middle, and then next year we'll add 2 more here, just to try and get as much in as we can. And then we added the straw bales across the back. All right, so that's what we have so far in the garden. I'm so excited. It's so breezy today. We had a big storm that came through yesterday. We started all these seeds together back in February, and just super excited that we got them in the ground, and didn't have to worry about a freeze this year. We had a late freeze last year, which caused us to lose a lot of our plants. So I think we're ahead of the game. We have so many blooms on all of our plants, and just super excited to see what the season brings. And looking forward to harvesting all this with you guys, and canning it and preserving it with you guys, and just learning alongside of y'all. So thanks for watching, and I hope you follow along. Hit subscribe if you're wanting to follow along, and learn more about this along with me, because I'm learning every year, learning something new. I mean, this is only our 2nd year doing this, but we're learning something new all the time. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.